Alright. How's everybody doing? How's the audio sound? Let's see. Do that. Audio's kind of low. I'm almost max volume. All right, we'll turn it up just a smidge. There we go. How's that? I don't want to go any louder because then I feel like it's gonna be overbearing on my microphone. New haircut? Yes, new haircut. It's keeping it short means that it's less maintenance for me, especially during summertime, which is good. We like less maintenance. We like low maintenance. I need to get this Mewtwo done really badly so I can start preparing for what do you call it? Preparing for Safari Week. I don't know about that, maybe. I just wanted to try some music rather than just the game music. I thought it might be fun to have something different. So I went back to...
We're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the
Go back to these guys, because they make good music, good techno music. I think it'd be alright if I let the game volume play though by itself. I don't think I'd get copyrighted for that. Still haven't shiny hunted my Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Mewtwo, huh? Well, now's the time. Whip it out. My save point is still in front of Mewtwo. Let me guess, you're gonna say you're at work right now. Because it's working time for you on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday. You got it, streamer man. Yeah. Who knows? I've been debating if I should even keep streaming my shiny hunting, or if I should keep the shiny hunting strictly to videos and only use streaming for like when I'm playing video games. My YouTube channel has grown quite well, but like my streaming platform just isn't growing. I think it's because I don't stream enough, and I'm not as interactive as I should be. Yeah, you don't play a lot, I think, yeah. Maybe I'll try doing more. What would you say if I immediately jumped up to like 8x hunts? Like for Safari, when I do Safari Zone hunting, I just immediately jump up to 8 systems. What would you say to that? You think that's too much? When is that? June 22nd to whatever I think it is. Like basically the last week of June, I think. Although I'm gonna do a month of Safari Zone hunting. I'm gonna put in some work for all the rare Safari Zone encounters and see what I can get. But of course you're still gonna interact with us, of course. It's not like I wouldn't stop talking to y'all just to focus on 8x hunting. It's just having 8 screens on the thing is more what I was referring to. Not sure if you can get a lot of soft resets with 8 systems while chatting with us. I do have a 4th GameCube I need to set up, and I've got 4 copies of Emerald, so now I can 4x instead of 3x hunt for Magneton. I just don't have the room to set it up yet. My cable management is awful. And because it's so bad, I just don't have... Just do it! Yeah, I need to get the cable management under control. And then maybe also I need to, what's it called? What's the word? I need to, how's the new house, by the way? Love it. It's really nice coming home to my own home. You moved in, right? Yeah, I've been moved in for a couple months. Since it's a different background now. Yeah. We painted these these walls ourselves. It's not perfect, like, we didn't paint the ceiling, so the ceiling's still white. You can see there's some splotches where some of the gray got on the ceiling. So now I'm debating if I want to go over and paint the ceiling white to get rid of that, or if I want to paint the ceiling gray and make everything gray. But we can no longer see your collection. Yeah, my collection's now right there. Behind y'all, basically. So I got my desk right here. Behind my desk, immediately right there, is a window and the TV with the stand for the TV. Over there is the corner of the room, behind y'all, corner of the room with my collection of books. My game collection is sitting in a tote right now. And then right there is a door to the closet and the door to, I guess what you could call the hallway. It's such a small little hallway. It's more of like an entryway than a hallway. Andre, holy moly, it's been so long, brother. I thought you forgot and moved on. How are you? What have you been up to, brother? Glad you're back, glad to be back. Heck yeah. What have you been up to? Alright, we gotta get some good luck. Let's get this Mewtwo hunt done. Oh man. I wanna get Mewtwo done so that we can focus on preparing for, like, my goal within a month. So basically in a month it's Safari Week. My goal is to finish the Mewtwo hunt, finish the Machop / Spoink hunt, and finish the Magneton hunt. Are you chatting here and not on Twitch anymore? Oh, I've got both pulled up. It's just, I don't have it. Well, I have one viewer on Twitch, but nobody's talking on Twitch. I can see both chats, so if people start talking on Twitch, then I'll respond to them there as well. It's just both y'all showed up here on the YouTube. The red and white banner. Oh, you're asking Andre? Network here is slow, so you gotta watch on YouTube instead. Destiny 2 was the luxury. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of talk about the freaking Helldivers and the war that's happening on Super Earth. They got some good marketing because it makes me want to get into it. I was watching a streamer today who made a video. He was playing Helldivers 2, and they've made a lot of improvements in the game. Like, now you can add attachments to your weapons and stuff. It looks really good. But I need to finish some other games. So for my 4-day weekend is this upcoming weekend. 100% we're gonna be grinding shiny Pokemon. But I also do want to dedicate at least one day to do Expedition 33, and I'm gonna bust butt and finish Expedition 33 this weekend, or at least get to the third act. Those are the two expectations for this weekend for Expedition 33. And if we don't finish it this weekend, then we'll finish it next weekend on my next 3-day weekend. But we're for sure gonna finish it within 2 weeks. And then I need to buy a new TV so I can play my PS5 again. Yeah, there you go. And then you can be a Helldiver with me. What else? What else am I gonna do? I mean, focus on the shiny hunting. I think once I finish Spoink and Spoink, Machamp, and Magneton, I'm gonna pull up.
Every Mazda is designed to feel like it was made just for you.
I'm gonna pull the wailord hunts back.
Hit pause on whatever you're listening to and hit play on your next adventure. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future
Oh my gosh,
stay.
let me skip
Life's a
this
trip.
stupid
Make the most
commercial.
of it at Best Western. Visit bestwestern.com for complete terms and conditions.
I hate that. Oh, here we go. This is 92 encounters. PC? For what? Nothing on 92, because there's an issue here in PH Philippines about Helldivers on Steam. Oh, maybe something about like having to have a PlayStation network? I don't know. I know, I'll be playing it on PlayStation 5. That's where I got Helldivers on. Yeah, that. Ooh, nice. Not sure if I'll get Helldivers though. Expedition 33 sounds more appealing to me with the turn-based genre. That's fine. I was more joking, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't want anybody else to buy Helldivers because it's not something I'm playing frequent enough to make it worth it. Maybe if I did get a consistent Helldiving friend group, I'd play it more often. But we'll see. I finished my Hoenn Pokédex on my Master Emerald file, so now I've unlocked the 3 Johto starters, so I can start that hunt soon as well. Have you finished Elden Ring, by the way? No. I got hard stuck at like these super aggravating bosses, and I've put it down for a bit. I've been thinking about it though. I do want to come back to it, especially with Night Rain coming up soon. I've got so many games I haven't finished, like, just being straight up, it's so bad. I am gonna finish them all. It's just, I get sucked into the shiny hunting. Which boss? It's like 2 giant gargoyle statues. You go into like this cave arena, and the first gargoyle spawns in, like it comes flying in, and then once you get it to like half health, a second one spawns, and they got 2 different types of weapons. Like one of them's got a, I think like a long spear that he like stabs, swipes with, and they use poison breath. I haven't encountered that one yet. It's after you fight General Radon. So if you haven't gotten to General Radon yet, that's why. I don't even know if it's a main boss that I gotta fight on the journey, or if I was just wandering and I ended up accidentally stumbling across this side boss. I don't even know. And I have no idea how far into the game I am. Oh, I'm done with Radon. Yeah, I was like journeying, so you know after you beat Radon and then like the meteor crashes into the Elden Ring Earth, and then you can travel into the crash site and you essentially go underground. I was exploring down there and I ran into that boss room with those two guys. The boss that's so fast with slashes. I have no idea who that is, to be honest. Oh, Malenia. Nice. I haven't gotten to her yet. $93.30. 9,330 Mewtwo encounters. And no shiny, by the way. Kanto just hates me, bro. Your character's super squishy. He gets one shot by anything. You gotta invest in that HP, brother. That's like the first stat you gotta get up in Elden Ring, or Souls-like games in general. Unless you're Let Me Solo her or somebody like that. $93.38. I do want to go back to the days of when Elden Ring first came out. I'm ready for the next Soulsborne game to come out from FromSoft. I swear when they have the next Soulsborne game come out, as long as it's not Bloodborne, maybe Bloodborne, I don't know. Well, glasses canon at its finest. I just love throwing spells, but gets annoying when get hit by something. Yeah. So you're a mage, huh? You like to play the game on easy mode? Never done a magic build. I love doing like paladin builds, so sword, shield, and then enhancements that give my sword different armaments like holy or fire or whatever. Unfortunately, the sword's not the best against everybody. There's no difficulty mode on Elden Ring. You know exactly what I mean. Magic makes Elden Ring easy. Or it can, at least. I've seen the videos of people coming in here with the Kamehameha spell and just one-shotting every boss with it. Shut up, you just hate mages in general? Maybe. Maybe I'm just a rage hater. A mage hater. I feel like just about any boss though gives you plenty of timing to start off with spells. I assume probably the only two that are like difficult for you, obviously there's more, but I feel like the only ones that would be really painful to fight against with super strong magic would be the Tree Sentinel, because they have that shield that can like send your magic spells right back at you, or Malenia, because she doesn't give you time. There are bosses that have an innately high magic defense. Really? Okay. So you're just trying to tell me that it's not easy mode because there's some bosses that are harder than others. Luckily the stone spell is physical. There you go. So now you can get over that. You know, I would like, okay, maybe I'm alone in this. I would actually like a Soulsborne game that's not super depressing. Like, am I alone in that? I would love a Soulsborne game where you have, like, not only a beautiful world, but there's plenty of characters. You're not going to end up killing every single one of them. Like, there's plenty of survivors, plenty of people. And, like, you've got allies and friends and just an upbeat world. I feel like every Soulsborne game is downtrodden. And sad and What is a Dark Moon spell? Is that is that one of the spells the girl from the academy uses? Granola? From the quest. What made you switch over to Twitch chat? I thought you said your internet was too slow for it. Renala's spell is Full Moon. Isn't that like heal her? And so then I'm guessing Ronnie's Dark Moon is damage dealing. It's a good spell since it reduces magic damage reduction. Audio only on Twitch. Oh, okay. So if I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's a shiny," then you would freak out and you wouldn't be able to see it. We've been streaming for about 30 minutes and we've only done almost 200 encounters. Bro, I'm telling you, Kanto hates me. I feel like so many of the Kanto hunts have been over odds. Can't believe we're already in, what month are we in? May? January, February, March, April, May. We're in May. Almost in June. We're only like a couple days away from June. And we found 3 shinies. 4 shinies. 3 of them phases. 1 of them a target. Nothing at all on the bingo card. This is gonna be as bad of a bingo card, probably even worse than last year's bingo card at the rate we're going. Like, I need to seriously... We need to lock in. I don't even feel like I put outrageous hunts on my bingo card. Like, all my bingo card stuff is generally pretty straightforward. I think the hardest one is, you're still wondering about your shiny luck? What are you gonna say, it's trash? Non-existent? You say low. Yeah, it is pretty low. I hope it, we need to jumpstart it. $93.94. We're about to hit 9,400 encounters. That's nice. Boom, 93.96. Has pretty good pre-orders on Z to A game. Oh yeah, I forget about pre-orders. What kind of pre-orders have they got? Are you gonna buy Switch 2 day one? No, I'm not. I don't want to deal with all the scalping problems, and I've decided I kind of want to wait until there's a limited edition Switch 2. Probably like a Pokemon themed one. I'm guessing there'll probably be a Switch 2 that's got like a Gen 10 theme going on. That would be pretty sick. You get a partner figurine. You get a pin set. You get a cap. You get all that stuff, or does it just randomly give you one of those items? I like the mug. I like the pin. The cap is pretty cool. I'd take the cap, the mug, or the pins. So what I'm gonna do this week, I'm gonna create my eggs for Grookey, and then next weekend we're also gonna do the Grookey hunt. Masuda method Grookey, we should be able to finish that, especially since we're already at 360 eggs. We're over odds already, and that'll knock one thing off of my bingo card finally. But it's on Nintendo Store. Have you tried purchasing anything from the Nintendo Store? Not in a couple months. I bought something back in like October, but that was the last time. Why, is there something wrong with the Nintendo Store? I usually like to have my games physical. I've been seeing a lot of talk about the things happening with the Switch 2. I love how everybody's complaining about it, and then the Switch 2 is being sold out immediately. Like, clearly people don't care as much as they say they do, which is a shame. It's disappointing that people will complain in one hand and then eat all the slop in the other hand. It's ridiculous. But unfortunately, things are only going to continue to get worse because people are addicted and they're going to keep buying it, and it doesn't matter. I bet they could probably jump the base price of the video games up to $100 and people would still sell out all this stuff. They would still sell out on all of their stuff. People would complain, but I'm certain it would still sell out. Not a fan. I'm gonna buy a Switch 2 eventually, because I'm in a blessed position to be able to afford it. Although, granted, I guess right now money's a little tight and I can't buy it, so that's kind of part of the reason why I'm not pre-ordering a Switch 2. The other reason is I just want to wait until there's a limited edition console that I like. But I really don't like the fact that the game isn't on the cartridge anymore. I'm personally a fan of physical, and so the fact that you're doing away with that is just scummy. And unfortunately, it looks like Xbox is increasing their game prices now. $690, holy moly. I wonder what it's supposed to cost in the US. I think it's supposed to cost like $400 and something, right? Hashtag Team Cartridge. You're dang right, Andre. With that hardware, people would just prefer to buy a PS5. Yeah, I think if Nintendo wasn't so hardcore about their exclusives, I don't think anybody would buy a Switch 2. If you could play any game on any system, I think Switch 2 would probably be last place. How funny would it be if, with the next gen of consoles, Xbox reveals a portable game system? The X Cube. Take it with you, anywhere you go. Longer battery life than the Switch. And if Sony launches their updated handheld console, it'll cost way less. People will buy that instead. Nintendo's getting over their head with the price increase with the console and game. They can do that right now because there's no competition in the handheld. Like, the best competition is the Steam Deck, which everybody talks highly about. I've heard a lot of good things about the Steam Deck, but I don't know. I think it's not a matter of if, I think it's a matter of when Xbox and PlayStation get back into the handheld. I can't believe that they gave up on it, you know? Xbox seemed to never release a handheld, and they seem to be pushing more towards a cloud-based handheld system. And Sony, I don't know why they didn't keep up with their PSP. Like, why they did away with it. I felt like the PSP was very, very, well liked. But it's a handheld PC, not a console. Yeah. But the, what do you call it? The customer... The goodwill they do towards customers is just so top tier. And that's why I would love to push them more. Like, if a company is good towards the customers, if they're consumer friendly, that's the word I was looking for words. I'm still looking forward for Ratatan though. I have no idea what that is. What is Ratatan? Is it Ratatouille 2 where he gets a tan? Almost at 31 hours, that's crazy. By the way, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button on YouTube. That's a great way to support the channel. You'd be helping me out immensely. And if you're new here, if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, hit the follow button. I'd greatly appreciate it. We would love to build up our base here. Get a strong foundation going. And with your support, we can make that happen. We're having some great conversations today. I've been seeing a lot of people posting about Jak and Daxter. I'm betting they're probably gonna do something with Jak and Daxter soon. I wouldn't be surprised if there's already like a remake in the works right now. You know? Jak and Daxter remake of the original trilogy. What if PlayStation and Xbox both made their own versions of Mario Kart where they took all their PlayStation or Xbox characters and had them driving it? And each of them was a bit more serious, like how Mario Kart is more goofy. You would have like Xbox Kart where you'd have like Master Chief and characters from Gears of War. Streamer Man, they gonna do a thing in July? What thing? Are you talking about like the game E3 or something? Could also do like Smash Bros, but for PlayStation and Xbox too. How you doing, Mint? What would they possibly be? What is going on in July? E3, Xbox Game Showcase. a Nintendo game showcase. I'm chilling, and I mean a Pokemon Presents July 22nd. I wonder what day the 22nd is for July. Let's see. May, June, July 22nd is a Tuesday. I'll be off on Tuesday. Sweet. So that means I could react to it live. I would have expected the next Presents to be in September, because I would have felt like that's when they do their Presents. That's exciting. And Z to A comes out next year or comes out late this year? I forget. Do we have a release date? October. Ooh. Alright, we need to pick right now, by the way. I need everybody in chat to make a decision, because this decides the next hunt we do after Safari Zone. Chikorita or Totodile? I don't want any spoilers if you've seen what the final evolution is. I have not. I just want you to pick Chikorita or Totodile. Chikorita is adorable. I feel like it's gonna get a massive glow up. I'm really hoping to see Fairy Grass type from its final evolution. For Alligator, I'm really struggling to think about what type it could be. I'm gonna be really disappointed if it's just another water and dark type. I would also be kind of disappointed if it's water fighting, since we just had Quaquaval. But oh, your team Tepig, Mint? I mean, Tepig is cool, but the reason why is I just unlocked the Johto starters in Gen 3, and what I want to do is shiny hunt one of them, Ribbon Master it all the way up to Gen 9 Pokehome, wait until Z to A gets home connectivity, which will be a couple months, and then do my first ever playthrough with that shiny starter. Abyssal, what's going on? It's going all right. We are currently at 9,494 encounters, so a nice little double number, whatever you'd call that. No shiny yet. We're about to hit 9,500, and we are currently. I'm getting y'all's input on Chikorita or Totodile. I'm team none of those starters. Really, you don't like any of them? I think they're all good. I think they've got some big potential. What about a ghost water type for Alligator? What if they just gave it the Cyndaquil treatment? That wouldn't be a bad typing. Water and ghost type would be pretty cool. I would love to see it be Water Dragon. I don't know which starter. I could see either of them being good. Yeah. I don't know why I'm so dead set. Look, if the two types that I would be happiest with for Meganium, which I feel like are both super unlikely, is Grass and Fairy. I feel like that's the most likely, because it kind of looks like it would be Fairy type. And the second type would be Grass and Fire. And then you turn the flower that's around its neck into like a flaming flower. That would be sick. And that's a pretty unique type too, because we only have one other Grass Fire type, and it's that two-headed Scovillain from Gen 9. I don't know any Grass Fairy type Pokemon. For Alligator, I feel like it's gonna look pretty cool. What would we make it though? I feel like it's a physical Pokemon. What did they do with Cyndaquil? I feel like they would not give a starter a second type that's another starter type. I know, I agree. I wish it would be cool. I wish they would, because I think that would be awesome. But I agree, I don't think they would do that. Is there any water combination that we haven't seen yet that doesn't count the starter typings? We haven't seen water grass, that's double starter. Have we seen water and poison? Toxapex. Yes, so no. Have we seen water psychic? I don't think we've seen a water psychic type. That would be interesting. But Feraligatr again strikes me as a physical attacker, so I don't really think Psychic's super good for that. Tapu Bulu or Shiinotic? Oh, Tapu Bulu is what? Water Psychic or is it Water Fairy? And Shiinotic. What is Shiinotic? Is Shiinotic the mushroom that I'm thinking about? Shiinotic Cerebi. It is the Pokemon I was thinking of. What's that? Grass Fairy? Oh, it is Grass Fairy. Oh, okay, so you're saying, yeah, there are Grass Fairy types that I just wasn't thinking about. Gotcha. Water Fighting. Yeah, but Water Fighting is a cool type and not one that's very common. But I feel like it's been a little overused right now, and that's gonna make it not a good Pokemon, because you gotta think, last generation, Gen 9, we just had Quaquaval, which is a great Pokemon. Doesn't get much usage, but it is great. It's got Aqua Step, which increases its speed. It's got Moxie. You can get an attack and a speed boost each turn, basically. And of course, you've got the goats, that Urshifu, you know? Morlul. I didn't think of Morlul too, but I lump lines together when talking, yeah. What else is there? So there's Water Psychic, but Feraligatr doesn't strike me as a Psychic user. Is there a Water Ghost type? I don't think there's Water Ghost. There are physical Ghost type moves, but I feel like that's getting too close to the Cyndaquil treatment in Legends, where you made Cyndaquil's final evolution Typhlosion Fire Ghost, so now you're just making Feraligatr Water Ghost. That just seems a little like you're gonna get too much criticism for being lazy on that one. Water Rock, there is that little, what, Binacle or whatever it's called, which isn't very good. Jellicent-like treatment of the Water Ghost. Oh yeah, there's that one too. That's Water Ghost as well. That was my original hope, was Water Dragon. If they do Chikorita as Grass Fairy and they do Feraligatr Water Dragon, that would be sick. That would be perfect. Water Dragon would be an insane combination. Because you've only got, what? 1, 2... You've only got 2 weaknesses, right? Just Fairy and Dragon? Because Water breaks your Ice weakness. Dragon beats your Grass and Electric weakness. What would Tepig be if the other 2 got Dragon and Fairy types? Well, that core would be Dragon, Fairy, Steel, so I would make Tepig a very bulky Steel and Fire type. Make it like a wall. Is Mega Gyarados Water Dragon? No, it is Dark Water. Or Water Dark, I should say. Fire poison would be good if you turned to pig into like less than being, if it wasn't bulky anymore and you made it super offensive and fast, you could make it a very aggressive fire poison typing. The only problem is both fire and steel and fire and poison have a 4 times weakness to ground. So that would be the only deterrent there. Wow, I read that wrong. Dragon doesn't resist poison, so it could work. True, there you go. It doesn't resist poison, really. I guess it makes sense that it doesn't, but I just felt like that's something else that I would resist. What else is there? Ooh, water electric type. What about an electric water for alligator? That would be pretty cool. You could give it like the Godzilla treatment too. You could make it to where like the spikes on its back and its teeth have like electricity going through them. That would be cool. It would make Chikorita the worst starter if they went up against each other, so maybe not. Fairy Grass is 4 times weak to poison. That's true. That would make Feraligatr the greatest. Well, I mean, I think that actually works though, Abyssal, because Chikorita's fairy typing would beat Feraligatr's dragon typing. Feraligatr's water typing would beat what do you call it? Embor's fire typing, and Embor's poison typing would be Chikorita's grass poison typing. So it would be a triangle still. Guess it depends if a rival picks the one strong or weak to yours. Yeah, I feel like these days the rivals pick the ones that are weak to you, which I don't like. I prefer back in the days when they used to pick the ones that are strong to you. Even, what is it called? Gen 5, where they had 2 rivals and one of them got the one that was actually more of... Steven, you can't be giving them that information. I'm using that for my first monster catching game, and I need it to stay on the down low until I can get it out shipped. You faint if you get battled by a Pokemon? Yeah. Maybe make it like Legends where you could dodge the attacks and all that. Sorry, yeah. We gotta keep it on the down low. See a doctor again. Why did the music stop? Oh, it's over. Oopsie. Video. End the game. Let's play some end
This may
game.
be the last ad you ever see. Because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping, you can say goodbye to ads on sites like YouTube.
Capital One ad blocking. Let me choose my starter. What if they did a game where, like, your dad was actually relevant and he decided for your birthday, like the game started off and it was your birthday and your dad decided to get you a starter and you had like a list of all the base level Pokemon and you could just pick and your dad would like surprise it with you for you. I think that fire poison works well for pig Pokemon though. Pigs and slop is a thing they're known for. Yeah, that makes sense. It could work. What about... is there any other types that I missed? Water bug just doesn't fit. So we'll pass over that. Plus I know there are water bug types. Water ground. Is there any water ground types? Yes, there is. There's that Seismitoad. Water steel. Water steel could be an interesting combination there. Quagsire as well, that's right, Quagsire. I should have remembered the OG first before Seismitoad. I want the original Mud Water type Pokemon. Seismitoad. I said the original. Quagsire. Perfection. And Wishcash. Oh yeah, Wishcash too. Wow, there's... I can't believe I forgot Wishcash. Wishcash is on my team. $95.70. I like the electric water Godzilla idea though. Yeah, me too. Actually, that one's kind of grown on me. Last minute thinking, is there any others? I mean, you could go very basic, which wouldn't be very fun, but I don't think there's a water normal type. What else is there? I feel like there's one or two types that I'm missing that I haven't said yet. Let's see. Fire ground, electric steel, dragon flying. Flying type. I haven't said flying. Flying definitely does not fit for alligator at all. Sidekick, I already said sidekick doesn't fit. Grass wouldn't do because that's a starter typing. Electric, we already said that would be super sick. Ghost, that would be interesting, but basically copy paste, so they won't do that most likely. Normal and a unique but bland. Steel would be pretty good too. Good type combination there. Fighting would not be unique. How could you forget Barrel? Oh yeah, but Barrel's water normal type. I guess it wouldn't be unique anymore. Ice type. Water, ice. Pretty sure Dugong's water, ice. And Lapras. Water fighting, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's a great type combination. The only issue is, I feel like then you start getting into the fire fighting type. You know, Gen 8 was, well, when did Marsh Shadow come out? Was that Gen 7 or Gen 6? Gen 5, I think, right? No, maybe Gen 6 or 7. Anyway, so you had Marsh Shadow come out. Never mind, Marsh Shadow's ghost fighting, that, ignore that. So Gen 8 comes out, you have Urshifu, which is water fighting. Gen 9 comes out, you've got Quaquaval, which is water fighting. And then you'd have Gen 9.5 was for alligator water fighting. Which then, if you look back, then you've got Gen 3 Blaziken firefighting, Gen 4 you've got Infernape firefighting, and then you have Gen 5 Emboar firefighting. I'm still mad that Grapploct is not water typing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's not water type. I forgot that he was not water type. It's weird too, because you basically find him in water. He's got a great shiny. I love that orange and white on him too. It looks really clean. It's an octopus, why is it not water type? Yeah. Oh man. Hey, so I managed. Why is my Melodic down there? You have shiny? No, so originally this was going to be a background that I had made for when I shiny hunted for water type Pokemon, because I was planning to do a bunch of water type hunts back to back, basically Feebas and then underwater for Relicanth and Clamperl and all that. And so they added shiny Milotic, the person who made it, and behind the top left screen is a shiny wailord as well, because we had the shiny wailord hunt. We hunted for a shiny Gyarados. We were gonna hunt for a shiny Feebas, but just one thing happened after another, and we put all those water hunts on hold. And I thought we'd switch it up and use a different background than the normal Titan background y'all are used to. Awesome, thank you, Andre. How are you doing, brother? Hopefully you're doing well. Come on, let's see a shiny today, right? We haven't seen one all weekend. No shiny wailord. I know. 15,000 encounters. No shiny wailord. There's somebody that I found, a shiny hunter that I found recently that is also hunting shiny wailord. They're at 17,000. But they're single hunting too, which is insane to think about. Fire Fairy. The rest are combos with normal grounds. Fairy, Bug, Dragon, and Rock. Bug Dragon. I would have loved it if Flygon was Bug Dragon. That would have been so awesome. In fact, if I was making Flygon, like if I was the person who designed Flygon, I would have made Flygon Bug Dragon. Given it just a small bit of stat points higher, a little bit more speed, and a little bit more in the attack or attack and special attack. And then for the abilities, I would give it Arena Trap, since Trapinch has Arena Trap. I would give it Tinted Lens, and then I would either give it Sand Veil or Sand Rush as the third ability. I think Flygon would be so good if you did that. What do y'all think the next pseudo legendary is gonna be? Gonna be another dragon type, right? Or do you think they're gonna go back to the Gen 3 and Gen 2 and split off from dragons and do something else? Like how Tyranitar was a rock type and Metagross, even though there's also Salamence, but Metagross is steel type. That would be interesting to see another non-dragon pseudo legend. I would love a non-dragon pseudo legend again. Yeah. What should we look at? What type should this pseudo legend be then, if it's not dragon? An electric pseudo legendary. Interesting. That'd be cool. You want a grass rock pseudo legendary. That's actually cool typing. Maybe more defensive too, a defensive legend. A defensive pseudo. Interesting. Like that. $96.34 encounters, by the way. We've done like 400 encounters just chilling talking. We have a lot of attackers for pseudo legendaries. Yeah. Pokemon better go all out for Gen 10. It's literally the 30-year anniversary. They gotta. Wow. You know, it's crazy to think it's already coming up on the 30. Is next year the 30-year anniversary? Or is that in 2 years? Because I feel like it was just the 25th anniversary not long ago. Or are we on, or is this year the 30-year anniversary? Ten generations in 30 years. What is that? One generation every 3 years, basically? Next year, you believe. Interesting. What region would y'all want the most? We've talked about this on and off. What would be the best? Should I do another Japan area? Like Hoenn and Kanto? Should they do something new like Egypt, Australia, the rainforest, South America? The Sahara Desert? Yeah, next year they started in 96. That's the year I was born. I was born in 96.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Wait,
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to.
that means next year I'm gonna be 30.
That hoodie is giving.
Oh,
You should get it.
great.
YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently.
I think about that and then I think, man, I've wasted my life. I'm already gonna be 30 years old. I haven't started my video game company, and here I am playing
Freedom
Pokemon.
for kids, control for parents. That's
And then
family
I start
banking
having an
features.
existential crisis.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank NA, member FDIC.
Just want a damn green Mewtwo. But who knows? Maybe I'm supposed to be able to understand coding pretty soon. My plan by the end of the year is to have the coding done and have my video game studio financed, or at least opened up, started. And then I gotta start coming up with designs of creatures. I would love to have the game released in like 2 to 3 years, which is very ambitious. But I think we can do it. I've come up with some designs that I like, but I'm really struggling. I'm just not as creative as I wish I was. Or I have to put a lot of effort into thinking about it, like a lot of time into coming up with designs. And it's really scary too, because you try and come up with designs and then you're like, oh man, people are just gonna be like, oh, this is just a ripoff of this Pokemon or of, what is it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Digimon or something. Especially with Palworld being sued. I hope Palworld wins that lawsuit against Pokemon. Which I think since they got the backing of Xbox, they'll probably win. Assuming Xbox is helping them, I don't know. I would expect Xbox to help them. You know? But I haven't played Palworld in a while. I wonder how it's doing. I know they had a DLC come out a while ago. Why do you think it doesn't look good for Pal World? What in-game changes did they make? Is it just related to like the ball thing where they can't throw like power balls or whatever they're called? That's one of them, I forgot the rest. I really hate that. You know, that's such a broad idea. The fact that they were actually able to, what do you call it? I don't think it's trademark. Patent, there we go. The fact that people, whoever's in charge of the patent office, let them patent catching creatures in balls, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's also kind of scary. It's like a small company. You gotta think, like, a big company comes after you to try and sue you just to get your product off the market. Like, that's just so scary. You hear a lot of horror stories about it, at least, or I do. Talks about how big companies just litigate for years to try and drown you in financial debt to legal costs and force you to go bankrupt. Awful system. Scary world, streamer man, yeah. Shame people just can't be decent. Can't be decent people. The novel idea. I've been watching Alestrals. I don't know if any of y'all watch Alestrals. I'm curious how that's gonna turn out. I actually still have some of the unopened, some of the very first packs of Alestrals that they ever made. I'm not sure if I should hold on to them and keep them like closed and boxed in, or if I should actually open them. But I do like A-Drive as a streamer, so I'm hopeful that it'll turn into something good. $96.92. We're about to hit $96.96. Well, 96, 96, and nothing. When do y'all think Mewtwo's gonna shine? Do y'all think it's gonna shine before 10,000? 15,000? You think we're gonna get up to 20,000 encounters? Do you think we're gonna go past 20,000? I'm hoping less than 10,000. That's officially 9,700 encounters, by the way. We are only 300 away. Which, actually, you know what? Let's take a minute. I want to use ChatGTP for a second. ChatGPT. If the shiny odds are 1 in 8192, and I have currently done 9,700 encounters, what is the chance of me having found the shiny? .4% chance. What if I get to 10,000 encounters? What do y'all think it is? Probably like 72%.
Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
70.5%. That's crazy. So basically, I just keep losing coin flips. That's what I'm hearing. I've lost the coin flip. What is? Let's see the wailord. Actually, let's see the wailord. Okay. What about 15,294 encounters? What are the chances I should have found wailord by now? This is some complex math. Like, I can't believe somebody came up with this. I have an 84% chance that I would have found wailord already. 84% chance that it hasn't shined. This is ridiculous. Okay, so here's the crazy part that I don't get with numbers. What about 30,000 encounters? That's significantly higher. That should theoretically be over 100%. Oh, maybe I broke ChatGPT. It's taken a long time to answer. Uh-oh. It still hasn't answered yet. I came up with a type chart suggestion for your game? Really? Okay, let's see it. Alright, so 95% chance at 25,000 encounters. 98% chance at 35,000 encounters. So, I just don't understand how it just doesn't ever hit 100%. What about 100,000 encounters? %99.9995% chance at 100 encounters. 100,000 encounters. So you can explain your reasoning? Let's take a look at this. So you got water, fire, plant, earth, electric, mind, space. Interesting. Sonic. Is Sonic gonna be like sound waves? Metal, air, toxin. There are 3 other types that I was, actually 4 other types that I was thinking about adding to it, by the way. But the chart looks good, I like it. Let's see. I'm curious about space. Space is twice as effective against earth, mind, and metal. It has no effect on electricity or sonic. That's interesting. How do you come up with that? Did you just say, hey, these 2 need an immunity or what? Oh wait, no, it's the other way around. Electricity has no effect on space, and neither does sonic. And air does half damage to space, while earth, mind, and metal do double damage to space. So what does the space do double damage to? Space does double damage to fire, that makes sense. Plants, that makes sense. And sonic. Interesting, okay. Yeah, sound basically. It's never guaranteed you'll get a shiny, that's why it'll never be 100%. I get that it's never guaranteed, but I just don't understand why. I don't know. It's just crazy. Math is so mind-boggling. Like, sometimes I feel like these people just said, hey, how can we make math more difficult? And then they're like, let's do that. Because I'm looking at these math equations that ChatGPT has posted, and it's just stupid difficult. Electricity doesn't happen in space, and sound doesn't travel in a vacuum. That makes sense. Water is double effective against fire and toxin. Really? So not ground. That's interesting. Or well, I guess it is. Yeah, fire, earth, and toxin. Okay. Why toxins? Like you're thinking about washing away poison or something? Poor streamer man. I know. Plant double against water, that makes sense. Earth, air. Nice. This is really good, Abyssal. I like it. Mind, double effective against earth. Space. Really, mind is double effective against space. That's interesting. Metal, too. Metal, really? You thinking about like Alakazam bending spoons? And it's half effective against toxins. That's the complete opposite of... Are we thinking about like if you're hallucinating or something from poison? It's a bit harder to justify toxin effectiveness and resistances. Okay. I was thinking about talismans made of metal. Oh, I had no idea talismans were made out of metal. I thought they were like paper or cloth. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what metal is. Metal doesn't have any immunities. Metal has no immunities. Interesting. Double effective against land. Okay. Earth. Nice. I like it. Gotta go streamer, see you later. Alright, Mint, I'll see you later. You have a wonderful day. Also, the concept of poisoning the mind is just if you are poisoned, you won't think well. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. I understand that. Oh, here we go. Get the big stretch going. Alright, Abyssal, sounds good. You have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. See, what time is it? It's 2 o'clock. Okay. We'll probably do just a couple more resets and then we'll end stream with this. I got to spend a little bit of time with the doggo and then get ready for work. I wish I didn't have to work anymore. Boom, 9750. We'll do one more encounter and then that's it. Alright, there we go. Thank you all so much. We've had a great day today. I hope you have a wonderful night. I will see y'all this weekend where we'll do some Expedition 33 and some more Mewtwo hunting. See ya!